Hello to all, welcome back to my YouTube videos. You are here again with @Medico Nausheen Khan. So today we will deal all about the cardiovascular system, which is also known as circulatory system. One more thing, if you want to take admission and if you want to know anything about doing MBBS in Russia, you can DM me. I will provide my Instagram and my Telegram link in the description box below. So you can also DM me for whatever any kind of information you want. You can DM me without any hesitation, because at you can say 1 year ago I was also a student who is searching for doing MBBS abroad, and seriously I didn't get any kind of help from my surrounding. I have to search a lot. So if you want to know anything about doing MBBS in abroad, if you want my help in taking your admission, you can DM me at my Instagram, as well as you can message me directly on my Telegram, and hopefully I will reply everyone. So today we will study all about the cardiovascular system, which is also known as circulatory system. So circulatory system, what is circulatory system? It is a system which pumps and direct the blood cells to all the tissue. So basically circulatory system is a kind of system which pump and direct the blood cell to all its tissue, and which consists of four components. That is heart, arteries, veins and capillaries. In today's video we will deal all about the heart, anatomy and physiology of heart. Today we will do it, anatomy and physiology, because if I will conclude all the four in this single video, it will be very vast, and studying for a long time is not interesting at all. So we will deal only about the heart in this video, about the anatomy and physiology of the heart. So heart is a pumping organ which is located inside the thoracic cavity between the lungs. This is the knowledge we all studied in our medical preparation, but the knowledge we didn't study is weight of the heart. Weight of the heart, only those students can know it who studied from Akash, LN notebooks or something other extra materials, because this information was not given in the NCERT of our 11th and 12th biology book. So weight of the heart differs in both male and female according to their further capacities. So weight of the heart in the female can be in between 230 to 280 grams, while that in the male, the weight of the heart can be in between 280 to 340 in grams. So this is a question which can be asked by your professor frequently. So be ready with this question. Heart is myogenic in nature. What does it means, myogenic? Myogenic means and this is the term I think you all are familiar with. Heart is myogenic in nature. It means heart generate its impulse by itself. Heart does not need any other external source which can help the heart to generate its impulse. Myogenic means heart will generate its impulse by itself, and heart is covered with a covering. Sorry, where's my marker? Okay. Heart is covered with a covering which is known as pericardium, which is further divided into the three walls, and they are epicardium, myocardium and endocardium. So if you will see inside this circle, it's not circle, if you will consider that it is the shape of the heart. So the outer covering is covered with the pericardium, but inside this there are three layers. Suppose if I make like this, so this is pericardium, this is pericardium, the outer covering of the heart. Then there are three more layers, outermost, middle and inner. So the outermost layer is epicardium, middle layer is myocardium, and the inner layer is endocardium. You can know it by its name also. And the main here if I will draw the heart, and the heart is divided into the four chambers. But if you will see the main line which divide it, like this is a heart, and the main line which divided it is known as septum. Now we will discuss in detail about the epicardium, myocardium and endocardium. So now we will discuss what is epicardium, myocardium and endocardium. So epicardium is a simple epicardium having a simple squamous mesothelium, while myocardium have mainly cardiac muscles. Because it is a middle muscle, so there is mainly cardiac muscle, and endocardium have thin layer of endothelial cells and supportive connective tissue. Epicardium has a layer of connective tissue, and in myocardium the cardiac muscles are spirally arranged, and in endocardium there is subendocardial layer. We will discuss later what is the function of subendocardial layer. And in epicardium there is presence of blood vessels and nerves. In myocardium is surrounded around each chamber of heart. As you know very well, there are 4 chambers of the heart. So myocardium is around each 4 chambers of the heart. And endocardium, as we studied, in endocardium there is subendocardial layer. So subendocardial layer is a branch, not a subendocardial layer having branch of heart which helps to generate the muscle. So it is an important point where subendocardial layer is present and what is the function of subendocardial layer. Subendocardial layer is present at the endocardium and it helps to generate the impulse. We can divide heart basically into 2 parts, that is these 2 parts plus of these 2 parts. I already taught that the main line which divide it is called as septum. So this is right atrium, this is right ventricle, this is left atrium, this is left ventricle. If you will stand like this, you can basically understand it like this: right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium, left ventricle. This is as much as simple you can make. So the 2 parts of the left side is called as bicuspid, or it can be also called as mitral valve. This is a type of question which you can found by your professor, by your teacher in the class, because bicuspid valve, other name of the bicuspid valve is mitral valve. You have to remember this. And this is which side bicuspid or mitral valve is present. This question can be asked. So bicuspid or mitral valve is present at the left side, while the tricuspid valve is present at the right side. We will also see later what is bicuspid and tricuspid valves. So now we will discuss all about how our heart function rhythmically, how the deoxygenated blood is converted into the oxygenated blood, what is inferior vena cava, what is superior vena cava, and that's all. We will study about the inferior vena cava, superior vena cava and many more things, and I will discuss in the next video what is vena cava. Because if you will go throughout the cardiovascular system, throughout the circulatory system, if you will include all the 4 components, that is heart, arteries, veins and capillaries, it will become a vast chapter which is not that much good enough to understand in a small video. So the point 1 which I marked as inferior vena cava. Inferior vena cava which helps to take the blood from the lower body parts. Like if this is my body, and if the blood have to come, so all the blood which will come from the lower part of the body, it will come through the inferior vena cava. Superior vena cava, all the blood which have to come from the upper part of the body is superior vena cava. The blood which comes from superior vena cava helps to take the blood from the upper part of the body, while inferior vena cava helps to take the blood from the lower part of the body. Okay. Now the third one which I marked is pulmonary artery. So pulmonary artery, it is the only artery which carry deoxygenated blood. No other artery than the pulmonary artery can carry the deoxygenated blood. So this is an exception, that pulmonary artery is the only artery which carry the deoxygenated blood. And by the name of exception, I just remember one more thing, that one student who is coming in our college in Bashkir State Medical University this year. He was talking to me yesterday and he said, Didi, there is no such vlogs related to Bashkir State Medical University. There is vloggers for every college, but there is no vlogger for Bashkir State Medical University. So if anyone can make the vlogs, it will be good enough for the new upcoming students. Because whenever a student have to choose the university, like when I was searching for the university, I just search on the YouTube first about the Bashkir, about Crimea, about Kabardino, about different kind of university. Then I found Bashkir good for myself. But there is no such a student who explained about the Bashkir State Medical University, who shows about Bashkir in his or her vlogs. So if you can, so it will be helpful to all those students who wants to come, who will become your junior for the rest of the 5 years. Okay, now come to our topic, pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery, this is the only artery which carry the deoxygenated blood. Okay, pulmonary vein carry the oxygenated blood. Look, what you have to remember here is the deoxygenated blood will enter through the right atrium, then it will come to the right ventricle. It will come to the right ventricle through the tricuspid valve. Then it will travel through the pulmonary artery. It will come to the lungs, and there will be loading of the oxygen inside the blood. Then it will go to the pulmonary vein, where the pulmonary vein carry the oxygenated blood. That's how our heart works. Deoxygenated blood, deoxygenated blood, blood will get oxygenated here, oxygenated blood, and that's how the heart works rhythmically. Heart follow this cycle in every second, as you studied, in every microsecond. So the left ventricle, the fifth point which I marked is left ventricle. Why I marked left ventricle? Because left ventricle is the thickest wall. Left ventricle is the thickest wall among these four walls. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So left ventricle is the thickest wall among these. As you know, this is septa, this is left ventricle. There will be aorta also, which is subdivided into many minute arterioles. We will discuss it later in types of arteries, veins, and capillaries. As I said, now we will move forward in this chapter and we will study. So this is going to be our last topic for the day. Sorry for this small topic, but I really don't want to mix here about the arteries, veins, and capillaries. It will be hectic for me and for you also. So blood supply, circulation help in blood supply is known as coronary circulation. This is important question. The name of the circulation which help in the blood supply, that is coronary circulation. And where the blood supply happen, that is we studied about it, don't worry, myocardium, because there is myoelastic tissues. Sorry, not tissues, because there is myoelastic fibers. So what coronary circulation do? Coronary circulation provide oxygen and nourishment to the myocardium. So the name of the blood supply to the myocardium is coronary circulation. What coronary circulation do and what it provides? So it provides oxygen plus of nourishment. So here in this video I am finishing it up with all these information. We will discuss later about the arteries, veins, and capillaries. Among the four components, we just completed the first one, and the else 3 they are not that much fast. We can do it together. And again in the last, I want to say, if you like my video, then please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And any student who is searching for taking the admission, you can DM me directly at my Instagram ID. And if you don't have Instagram, you can also message me at Telegram. If you want to take it in Bashkir, in Crimea, in any other university in the Russia, you can DM me. I can help you to get all the knowledge. And please be get serious about the admission, because admission date closes very fast. As I took admission last year, that was the last date of admission when I took admission. So with that much knowledge, I am finishing it up. Like, share and subscribe, don't forget it. And don't forget my favorite dialogue, don't forget to change the red color subscribe button into the gray one. Okay, bye bye.